Hello, my name is Kyleel Goings, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my mastery journey and the goals that I'm going to take to get there. So, this last month, we've been going over several different skills, concepts, and reflections to figure out what it's going to take to reach mastery. And I've come up with some goals and some steps that I need to take along the way in order to reach my mastery goals. So, I have some short-term goals and I have some long-term goals. Firstly, my short-term goal is to start building out my portfolio. I want to make a really refined portfolio that shows off my skill set to be a gameplay programmer. Now, with that, it's going to require me to do a lot of project planning and prototyping, and I'll get into that later on how I'll achieve that. Another thing I want to do is I want to network. So I want to connect with all the different students and teachers and faculty and staff and LinkedIn profiles that I can find that will help me in my journey to reach mastery. The other thing is that my end goal, or my long-term goal I should say, is that I want to be a gameplay programmer after graduation. So I have a couple of prospect studios in mind, one of them being Lionheart Studios and another one being Brass Lion Entertainment. I have some people inside who are helping me reach those goals by mentoring me and giving me advice and helping me on my path to mastery. So what are some things that I plan on doing during my time at Full Sail? One of those big things is networking. I want to connect with everybody. So I've met a lot of really good people so far, and I've made it my goal that every single week I'm going to meet at least 5 new people. Well, not every single week, but every single month. Every single month I'm going to meet and connect with 5 new people. I've already actually doubled that goal this month, and I've gotten into new discords. I connected with people in the industry, and I created 15 new connections before the end of this first month. Another thing is that I want to grow. So a vital part of mastery is reaching my goals is to grow, and that requires me to have a really refined portfolio, knowledge, and to really build on the weaknesses that I discovered in my grit and ambition survey at the first week of classes. So I want to grow myself and I want to get past those boundaries. The next thing I want to do is that I want to learn, and learning does sound like simple. It is something that we're going to be doing during our time in mastery, but I really want to be part of the process. I want to dive into the process of learning game development, gaining mastery, and being able to take myself to the next level. And just like Green says it, you have to allow for serendipity. You have to allow yourself to let go of the conscious control you have and just allow yourself the chance to enter into the process. So I have some steps to reaching these goals that I'm going to take that I believe are going to help me on my journey to mastery in the short term and in the long term. So the first thing I got to do is I got to create content. I got to make projects. I got to make games. I can't say I'm going to get into the game design if I'm not going to be making games. So that's going to be a majority of what I put my energy into, is just making different concepts. So I got to consistently work on those things throughout the year and build that into my portfolio. The other thing is that I got to network. I got to talk to people. I got to get used to being uncomfortable and getting out of my shell. I'm not a very tech savvy person, so I really want to get more into talking to people online and getting used to what it's going to mean to network and connect with people on different platforms, especially in a world where we work remotely. I got to be more proactive with that. The other thing is that I need to hone a skill. So although I want to be a system designer or a gameplay programmer, in other words, I have to focus on prototyping systems. So I'm not going to try to do every single thing in game development. I do want to play with and dabble with different things along the way, so that way I can see what my true niche is, because I've put myself into the pigeonhole of system engineer or gameplay engineer because that's what I've done my entire time as a game designer. I've constantly worked on systems, and one of the things I want to do is I want to build out a make your own adventure system that changes and flows with each decision that the player makes and each item that they interact with. So that's one of my long-term prototyping goals that I want to come up with before I graduate. The other thing I want to do is that I need to focus on my design thinking, and that needs to have a level of foresight. So in this day and age, when it comes to game development, the biggest thing that we've been seeing is AI. AI has been one of the most universal and helpful tools that we've come up with over the last couple years that is allowing game designers to iterate games faster. So I want to be ahead of that and be able to start using those tools now during my time in Full Sail and project that into automating whatever role I decide to do after graduating from Full Sail. The other thing is that I gotta alter how I'm thinking about things. So I've come into this program with one mindset on how I was going to approach my mastery, what I was going to do, and how I was going to get there. So during this time, I really want to take the opportunity to creatively change and think beyond conventional methods of developing games. I want to dive into the process and try to be more refined in how I do it, so that way I have a very A to Z way of designing games, and enjoying that process along the way will allow me to truly become part of that serendipity process of enjoying what it means to learn about game development and attaining that mastery. The other thing is too is that I want to have fun. I mean, this is something where I'm creating games that bring people joy, not misery. So I want to enjoy the process of making games and connecting with people as I'm developing my mastery for game development. So if I'm not enjoying it, then it's really not something that's meant for me, because personally speaking, it doesn't matter how much money you make in this world. I don't think any of it is going to amount to the amount of misery you'll face if you're doing something that you don't truly enjoy and have a passion for. I just want to reflect on a couple of things that I've noticed about myself over my last month here at Full Sail that I believe is not only helping me currently in my journey to mastery, but that I want to continue as a trend going forward into my future goal for attaining mastery. So before I came to Full Sail, honestly, I was really timid at first. I didn't think achieving a master's was something I could ever do. I was really unmotivated with attaining a game design job because I was getting constant rejection letters. It made me sad because I was stuck in a dead-end job that I don't enjoy, and I was lacking that conviction to pursue the things that I wanted to do. And I let my success define who I am right now. I let that decide that maybe it wasn't something for me, and that I had spent years of undergrad pursuing something that I was never meant to be successful in. But I will really say that during my time here, even in this first month in Full Sail, not much of my physical situation has changed. I'm still working in banking, and I haven't necessarily transitioned into a game design career. However, the mentality I have now has evolved. I'm completely different than what I was before. And I'm not measuring my success by what I haven't done, but the consistent efforts and dedication and my intention, purpose, and consistency that I'm going to attain during that period of reaching mastery. I'm going to work every single day to push and work towards those goals in order to get to where I want to be at. So I no longer have to feel that feeling that I had before of not having conviction, of not being motivated, and being sad and being unhappy in the industry that I'm in. I want to be happy where I'm working at. I want to get up every day feeling ecstatic and feeling happy just as much as I did getting up and working in this class with all these amazing students who share their passions for their industries and for the things that they want to achieve. So with that being said, I want to leave a few final words, and that's really to fail early, fail often, and fail forward. Because if you take the time now during this process to truly envelop yourself, learn from mistakes, and be a better version of yourself than what you were before you came into this program, then you will truly reach success and attain mastery. Now, some of the resources I used to create this project was the Design Thinking for Strategic Innovation, Green's book on mastery, and from the Full Sail library system, I pulled the Design Program for Helping Students Level Up Their Dreams article found in their library. with that, I just want to say thank you for everyone that's helped me along my journey up to this point, for all the people I'm going to meet along the way, and for the professors that have enlightened me and have given me knowledge that I need in order to grow and in order to help others grow in their journey to attaining mastery. Thank you for this time.